Y'all know how Wall Street guys are always talking about we need a pro-business president because we love certainty. We need certainty to make our long-range business plans, and we want Trump because he's going to give us a pro-business agenda, provide the certainty we need. After seeing all the chaos Trump has sown over the past 10 weeks, you got to imagine those guys are feeling pretty good because of all the cocaine. You see, the president of the United States, all presidents, have a nearly unchecked trade authority. And for weeks now, Trump has been unchecking and wrecking it in every direction, but won't tell anyone what he's going to do, why he's going to do it, or how long he's going to do it for. This isn't a bull or a bear market. This is bees, bees. The latest case in chaos for weeks now. Trump has been talking about how this Wednesday he's going to announce a whole bunch of tariffs on a whole bunch of stuff from a whole bunch of countries. It's a move he's calling Liberation Day. Now, Liberation Day is like Independence Day in that we're the only country celebrating, and somebody's probably going to get some fingers blown off. But, you know, certainty, it's so important. So what's he going to tariff? And who, and when. So no one knows what's going to happen. But there's nothing to fear, according to White House official Kevin Hassett.
President Trump has a long-run vision of a golden age of America, and we're working really, really hard to get it out there in time. But I can't give you any forward-looking guidance on what's going to happen this week.
No guidance, no. No idea what's going to happen. But sometimes you just got to laugh, or else the fear will leap out of your throat and strangle your brain. I'm just smiling and slowly moving my finances overseas with my wife's name. According to one expert, these tariffs could add $10,000 to $20,000 to vehicle prices, which means the most popular car model will soon be public bus. You know their motto, public bus, how come the seat's so warm?
WMDX. On an incredible rainy morning, best news ever in the world, Susan Crawford wins the Supreme Court race.
Yes.
It is just unbelievable. It was such a big relief last night.
And it was a big win. It was not
huge.
close.
It wasn't even close.
Yeah.
Oh, it was just such a relief, honest to God.
I know.
Oh, the weight off my shoulders, anyway.
Really?
But my wife was so ecstatic. I mean, she is
great.
out there pushing for women's rights. And it just, it was, I'm proud of Wisconsin. I have to say it. You know, we showed up.
Mm-hmm.
The entire country was watching us.
The whole
we were
world.
the bellwether.
Yeah.
This is what's going to happen. This is the whole thing. This is the whole ball of wax right here. You know,
Right.
If Musk can do this, then Musk is going to be busy for the rest of the year. And he failed so miserably, so pathetically.
Yeah.
He is. You know, the thing is, we all knew that not a lot of people liked him. You know, and he was really wearing out his welcome. And then he came here and he did this showy, ridiculous payoff to voters.
With the cheese head
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course the megas were defending him, using little micro analysis of what he was doing and why it was legal and how he avoided getting around the law. And I'm thinking, if you're sitting there bragging about getting around laws, then you've got a problem, man,
Right?
Anyway, it is just a fantastic feeling this morning. We have maintained the liberal majority on the Supreme Court, and it would have been devastating with the yes man, Brad Schimmel, in there. He defers to the legislature. They're the lawmakers. They are right. Whatever they pass is right. He's a yes man for the legislature. That's gone. No more. We don't have to even think about it anymore. Susan Crawford went in there. Very, very classy speech last night.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yes.
just fantastic stuff. We've got. Should Should we play it? I mean, what the hell? I'm sitting here just oozing, right?
Well,
Okay, we'll wait.
hold on for a minute or two.
No,
at
let's
least.
let's do that.
We'll get warmed up. That's John Peterson. I'm Gordy Young.
Oh yes, that
Producer
Look,
Sam.
Susan Crawford won last night.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. That's the headline.
Yes.
Yeah.
One big time.
One handily. Yes. Yeah, and it is a rainy start this morning. We've got some showers, some pretty heavy rain moving through, and we'll see some thunderstorms at times today. 36 degrees right now. Let's check the afternoon high. Roll the weather roulette wheel there, Sam, and we'll see what the afternoon high is. In the meantime, John, you can check your...
my WMDX Samsung watch, the official watch of the show.
Well, the roulette wheel is saying a high of 57 this afternoon. What is your Samsung
the roulette wheel
WMDX?
seems to think it knows everything, and I'm just I'm not happy about that. But my watch says a high of 63 today.
Oh, well, that's quite a difference. So
yeah,
somewhere between 57 and 63.
I know it's chilly. It's like, what, did you say 36? 30?
It's 36 right now.
My watch says 36. Okay, so it's 36 degrees. It feels warmer than that, right?
It does.
You have to wear a raincoat.
It's not windy, but it is very rainy this morning. Yeah.
And you have to dodge the lightning bolts because...
Look out for the lightning bolts, Just see if you can anticipate where they're coming.
Right.
Yeah.
Get away from those trees.
Run away. Run away.
That's how I felt. I got to walk under a tree as I go out to my car. And this is that one moment.
It's a little scary.
This is it.
Yeah. Grab that umbrella before you go out. And, be sure to check out your windshield wipers.
The windshield wipers have to be in good shape.
Okay. Let's get to the National Day calendar. Well, then we'll be able to move along here, okay?
Okay.
All right. Let's see. What is it or is it not today?
Okay. Today is the day that Susan Crawford is the big victor.
Okay, that's not on the National Day calendar, but thank you for reminding us again. Is it National Do-It-Yourself Day? Is it National Clock Day? How about National Child Help National Day of Hope? National Ferret Day? National Walking Day? National Peanut Butter and Jelly Day? Or National Reconciliation Day? Which one of those days does not belong, John?
Reconciliation Day.
Well, you're wrong. It is National Reconciliation Day. Sam, do you care to take a stab at it?
It's not Walking Day. Why would they put Walking Day when it's raining out?
Well, you're also wrong. It is National Walking Day. It is not National Clock Day. It might be some other day, but it's not today.
Clock Day.
You like that one? Yeah, I slid that one right by you. You didn't even
That's right.
notice.
You did.
It's National Do-It-Yourself Day. Just do it yourself. You do a lot of do-it-yourself projects,
I
right,
do.
John?
I'm a do-it. Home handyman. That's what I call myself.
Okay. Well, if you're a do-it-yourself kind of person, National Do-It-Yourself Day is your day to strut your stuff, it says here. Whether you finally tackle a project or feel like creating new projects, Do-It-Yourself Day is a day to share your love for making things. Sam, I'll bet you're a big do-it-yourselfer, too.
Well, I don't have the money to pay somebody else to do it.
So
there you
do
go.
it yourself.
Wow.
Okay. All right. Let's skip ahead here. National Ferret Day. Ferrets don't get the recognition that they deserve. Yeah.
No.
But this is their day on April 2nd. Let's see. Humans domesticated these crafty hunters over 2,000 years ago. I guess they make nice pets.
I was going to say, have you ever met somebody with a pet ferret?
No.
Yes.
No, really?
It didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
I used to know somebody who had one, and it was funny whenever they would turn a corner because they're so long.
Yeah.
Like their front half turns before their back half, and if they're going fast enough, sometimes they'll just kind of roll and
Flip over.
spin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Male ferrets are called hobs, and female ferrets are called Jills. That's a little interesting.
Yeah,
okay.
that's a little interesting.
In North America, the black-footed ferret is one of the most endangered North American mammals. Once thought to be completely decimated, a rancher discovered a small population in his ranch in Wyoming in 1981, and since then, conservationists and breeding programs and landowners' efforts are bringing the population back from the brink of extinction. Wow. Today, the population wavers around 500 ferrets alive in the wild. That doesn't seem like a lot.
I think we lost John. He's scrolling on his phone.
Okay, never mind. All
Do
right.
we care about ferrets? Oh my
Well, it's
God.
National Ferret Day. They get 1 day out of 365. Let's, give them their due.
Hey, where's my camera?
It's on
It's
top
right-
of the screen.
It's right there. You're on.
Oh, I'm on. Okay.
See you over here?
Yes. I was wondering. I didn't see the
right
camera.
there.
Where's yours?
It's way over there. It's on. You can't see it from where you're
Oh,
sitting.
okay.
It's
I was
over
just
there.
worried. I wanted, both of us
You
to
want to be in
on.
the spotlight.
You're
Yeah,
all wound. You're all wound up. Settle down there, pal.
There's so many people watching in their cars while they're driving.
We
I
have
just want to make
4
sure that
people watching right now. It's National Walking Day. Good
Yeah.
day to take a walk.
Yes.
All right. Stretch your legs. Get that heart pumping. Here's some helpful tips about walking.
Okay, great.
Ready for this?
Oh, I needed that. Go ahead.
This is for a 30-minute walk. These are the ways you can make it most enjoyable. Wear comfortable clothes. Take a friend to pass the time. Make sure to stretch those muscles. Drink plenty of water. Move your arms, too.
Yes, you
You have
got to
to
move
be
your arms.
reminded to move your arms while you're walking.
Seems like a natural motion. Right?
Make sure to have good posture. Okay. National Walking Day. So take a walk.
Can
today.
I just show something on here on the camera?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Let me see if I can,
Can you
reach over.
can you reach over? Okay. While you're doing that, what do you got? A picture of a turkey?
That's a big turkey.
What's
Okay, what's the story behind this turkey?
why are we showing? Why?
That's a damn big turkey.
Yeah.
Why?
That was in my backyard, man.
Wow.
This is a
That
male-
was in your
male
backyard?
turkey, Yeah,
You took that picture. That's
Yeah.
a nice picture.
I took that picture. Isn't that amazing?
Oh, look how
How
colorful.
close did you get to it?
Strutting them. Well, I blew it up, but it's
Oh, okay.
it's high definition.
very
You don't want to get
colorful.
all too close to a turkey
Yeah,
on
you're
display
mean.
like
This was
that.
out my window, and it was just unbelievable. These turkeys are gigantic. They're like dinosaurs, roaming your yard.
Okay.
Well, anyway.
Well, thanks for sharing that.
I,
Put that on
I'm
Facebook.
all over the place. I
Put it
got to
on
tell you,
Facebook.
I'm really happy
I know.
that Susan Crawford won.
I can
That's
tell
all.
you're very excited. Excitable boy, Warren Zevon. Look
Yes.
up Excitable boy, Warren Zevon. National Peanut Butter and Jelly Day today. They first came up with the peanut butter and jelly back in 1980 or 1886. I'm sorry, 1896.
Okay.
From a Good Housekeeping magazine article. That's where that came from. And National Reconciliation Day. Each year it urges us to repair relationships we have damaged through words or actions. Days of reconciliation are held worldwide on April 2nd.
Those days are over, my friend. So
We're not going to reconcile.
yeah,
anymore?
there's no way we're going to reconcile with the megas at this
Oh,
point,
come on.
or even Trump,
Okay.
for that matter, or Elon.
Okay. All right. When we come back, history, birthdays, and a whole lot more about Susan Crawford. on
Susan Crawford won.
John and Gordy.
So it's a big deal.
Stay with us. Nancy Sinatra.
You keep saying you got something for me.
Yeah.
Something you call love, but confess. You've been a messin' where you shouldn't have been a messin'.
You bet.
And now someone else is getting all your best. These boots are made for walking, and that's
WMBX.
just what they're doing.
Gordy
Walking day.
in the
One of
morning.
these days, these boots
Oh, it
are
is walking
gonna
day.
walk all over you.
You know, I saw the live performance of this on some television show, one of the music shows,
Yeah.
and she performed this song.
Oh, yeah.
And it is one of the best versions of the song because during the boots are walking part, you could hear these boots stomping on the stage, the dancers behind her. And that was really a good effect. It really worked in the song. And I'm
Yeah.
thinking, why didn't they do that in the damn song? You know, anytime you put foot stomping in
Yeah.
a song, I've always said this, it becomes a hit.
Foot stomping.
Either-
That's the key?
Either
That's
clapping or foot stomping.
Ah.
Oh, wait, and whistling. You put whistling in the song.
Okay.
Becomes a massive hit.
Oh, that's good to
Or
know.
at least in the old days.
Okay.
Aye.
92
Susan,
points on.
Susan Crawford won.
Okay.
Did I mention that already?
You mentioned that.
And I want to
couple of
thank
times.
I want to thank every student out there who showed up. I saw lines and lines and lines in the news coverage. Boy, a lot of students turned out for this, and it was fantastic. A great showing by the student body.
Yeah, they showed up, you know, and it's a good thing that this rain held off until today because voter turnout, I think, was pretty good. You know,
It's about
good.
time you Gen Z lazy loafers out there watching TV all the. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, I'm waiting for
Sam,
Sam.
you-
Well-
Sam, you noticed what was going on?
Yeah, I
campus.
had to bike through UW campus yesterday, the east side by the Memorial Union, and on Library Mall there, they had a ton of stuff, like different groups with tables set up promoting the election and promoting get out the vote. And right in the middle of the grass, they had like this 20-foot tall blow up cow with like a pro voting message on it. And
Really?
I looked up and I saw a plane with a banner flying behind it that said, "We're choosing Susan."
Choosing
Oh,
Susan.
that's
Okay.
Yeah,
That
it
is
was
cool. Well, that
crazy
helped out.
how much stuff was
The,
going
the,
on.
the
Yeah,
thing,
big
the thing-
day, yeah.
we are known. We are known for these giant animal statues, aren't we?
Yeah.
This state is known for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So a big win for Susan Crawford and also Jill Underly, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Jill
she won.
Underly also took it.
Yeah. School superintendent. in the
Sadly,
state.
the constitutional amendment passed overwhelmingly.
Yeah.
Of course, we're all very used to the law, the voter ID law in
Right.
the state. And we work through the wrinkles and the attempts to keep those voter IDs. If you don't have a driver's license, you get a voter ID at the
Yeah.
DMV. But they really try to make it difficult for people to get those voter IDs for a long time. We even had, I think, it went through the courts to make sure that these people had them available. In fact, some DMVs had signs saying it costs this or it costs them money. It's free. They went through some
Free.
really, really strange events
Yeah.
to keep people from getting IDs.
Just a note, if you're just waking up, a lot of rain out there this morning, some thunderstorms. We could be in for some severe storms today, and we'll check in with Brittany Merlot in our next hour. But yeah, it's coming down really heavily right now on State
Well,
Street,
I
right
would
outside
say
our
that-
window.
I would say it's maybe not so much, the weather.
Yeah.
It's mega tears, man.
Is that what it is? Mega
This
tears.
is mega
Okay.
tears raining down on us today.
Really? Okay. You're going to go with that.
Oh, I'm loving it.
It's Liberation Day. Tariffs are going to take place
Oh,
today.
yes, Liberation Day.
Trump's got a big announcement after, I think, 4 o'clock
You know,
this
what
afternoon.
exactly are we being liberated from?
Yeah, we don't know. He's going to tell us, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a 10-point margin Susan Crawford won by.
Yeah. Take that, Elon.
Yeah, that
You know?
is, and that's 95% of the estimated vote. 55 over 44, or 45 essentially.
Okay.
44.9, and she had 55.1.
That's a big win.
That is a
That's
huge win.
Did either of you guys look at who won local races? I haven't looked yet, so I'll probably do that as soon as I'm done talking here. But
Okay.
Dane County Executive, I don't know who won that, or Madison School Board. There were a couple races on my ballot for that.
Mm-hmm. Well, we can check into that.
We will check into
Yes, we will. We'll do a little digging here.
I'll get out the shovel.
Also, this note. Well, can we get to? You got anything history note wise you want to mention real briefly here?
Oh, I suppose I don't have a ton.
Okay,
Apparently
well, we
not
don't have a lot of time.
Not a lot of things happen on April 2nd.
Okay.
Throughout the all of history, the entirety of human history.
All right. Well, that's a short report.
That's a
Thank you
lot.
for that.
Yeah,
Sam.
yeah. Well, today in 1792, Congress passed the Coinage Act, and that established the U.S. Mint. I don't know what they did for money before that.
Yeah.
If we just didn't have money, or what the deal was, but
I think they give away free mints at the U.S. Mint. You know, just
I
for,
sure
for
hope they do.
people that take tours and stuff. Have some mints. Okay, never mind.
Yesterday we talked about the debut of General Hospital, one of the classic long-running soap operas. Today in 1956, As the World Turns hit TV for the first time. Another soap opera.
A lot of jokes about that.
Yeah, as the stomach turns.
As the stomach turns.
All that.
Yeah. I still haven't seen this movie. Today in 1968, 2001: A Space Odyssey.
You've
hit
never
theaters.
seen that?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God!
I don't think
Sam.
I've ever seen
You're a film buff.
That was by Stanley Kubrick, right?
Yes.
I've never seen a Kubrick movie. I don't
Okay.
think.
Well, that's one to see.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's on my watch list, my ever-growing watch list. I'm sorry.
Boy, you've got quite the list there. We have.
I know.
I mean,
know.
you know, it's Darby O'Gill and the Little. I know you love it when I bring that up all
film
the time.
classic.
Yeah, film classic or Invaders from Mars. You gotta
And
check that out.
speaking of movies, Val Kilmer passed away
Yes, he
yesterday.
did.
Yeah.
65 years
65 years
yeah,
old.
Pneumonia. Yeah. He had
Well, he
throat
had-
cancer a couple of
that's
years,
right.
few years
Yeah.
ago. And,
Boy, that threw him for a loop.
yeah. Great actor.
Yeah.
And Top Gun. What's it? Top Gun original? Yeah.
Yeah.
And the sequel. He was
And
in
he
it
was
for a
in
short bit.
Batman Returns. He had a lot of great
He was in
movies. And
Tombstone,
The Doors.
The Doors. Yeah.
The Doors. Yeah. Great portrayal of Jim Morrison. Okay. Let's see. It's 28 past the hour.
Oh,
We're
man.
going to get your phone calls.
Yeah.
608-879-8255. You can hang on the line there. Mark, we'll get to you in a few minutes. Our Break into Spring text to win statewide contest. We will tell you what the next keyword is right after 7 o'clock. And you could be in for either Chula Vista Getaway, Milwaukee Brewers club level tickets, or $100 cash. Of course, the grand prize, a brand new Queen mattress set from Verlo Mattress of Madison. We'll tell you more about that as the morning goes along. Back with more of John and Gordy in the morning in just a few minutes.
As the 21st century began, human evolution was at a turning point, a dumbing down, until humanity was incapable of solving even its most basic problems.
Now listen, Grapehead. I'll explain it so even you can understand it.
We can duck and cover. There's a fallout shelter right there.
There's no way to survive this, you idiot!
Idiocracy.
For the smartest guy in the world, you're pretty dumb sometimes.
All the time, and we always feature what's going on in this country that certainly makes it look like we're in some kind of idiocracy.
It seems like it at times.
Yeah.
6:35, heavy rain moving through Madison. We'll see some showers and thunderstorms through the day and highs around 60 degrees. Right now it's 36. And we're just reviewing some of the wins last night by the Democrats.
Yeah, suppose, we've had Paul Soglin, former mayor, on a few times, and he was against this big tax referendum that the city passed to pay for all of the buses and everything else that's going on in town. There was a potential backlash against that, and an individual ran for the city council, riding that backlash. And he lost miserably. So people are fine with the way things are right now. Thank goodness, right?
Yes.
Melissa Agard, of course, won dramatically.
Mm-hmm.
What, 80%?
County executive, 80% in Dane County. She got the votes over Ratzlaff, who got 18%. And Jill Underly. Won handily. As state school
referendum
superintendent.
Passed.
That did pass.
Overwhelmingly as well.
Mm-hmm. Phone lines are open, 608-879-8255. We've got a couple of callers on the line here, John. Let's pardon me, Sam, what? Trevor. Let's go to Trevor.
Okay, Trevor.
All right. Trevor, you're on with John and Gordy. Good morning. What do you got for us?
Wow, I actually made it to the radio, did I?
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah, how are you listening to us? Are you listening on the Civic Media app or
radio?
On your actual radio, huh?
No, I'm actually I'm on the phone, old school radio on the way into work. I listen to you guys every morning. And I started with Matt Flynn back in the day.
Okay. Yeah.
But yep, and Matt was he was very educational, and I love that about him.
I love Matt Flynn's show. Yeah.
And reason I'm calling in today is, guys, I mean, if she whooped his butt like I think she did, we're doing okay.
Yeah.
We're doing okay in this state, which is very, very important.
Well, it was really important because the entire country was watching us, Trevor.
Yes. Right.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm not going to speak too much on it, but I was telling your DJ or whoever picked up the phone earlier to whatever you call it,
Producer.
That's our
producer.
That's
Sam, the producer.
That's Sam. Yep.
Yeah. First time in a long time that I feel a little bit of hope again, which is like what I've been looking for,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Trevor,
did you happen to see any of Cory Booker's speech yesterday from the Senate floor?
No, but my aunt brought that up. I went to my little nephew's birthday, so it's a double whammy. I had my nephew's birthday yesterday. He turned 3 years old, and she had brought that up in the car ride over because I have to take her around, which is fine. But yeah, she brought that up. Tell me about it.
Well, it was an amazing speech. It lasted 25 hours and 4 minutes. He broke Strom Thurmond's record way back in the day when Senator Thurmond was speaking and filibustering to try to derail the Civil Rights Act, of all things. So Cory Booker, it was a very inspirational 25 hours, and we're going to play a little bit of it coming up in a little bit, just the end of it. Very emotional.
Perfect. Well, I won't hold you guys up. And also shout out to LA Tom. I don't know if you guys know LA Tom, but whenever that guy gets on the phone, he always inspires me to actually call in like I did this morning. I never thought I'd have the guts to do that, but
we appreciate the call.
Whatever you guys are putting out on whatever you're putting out on the radio is not going lost. I'm 38 years old. I listen to this. I'm involved. Let's put it that way. You know what I mean? So you guys are doing a great job.
Well, thank you, Trevor. We appreciate that.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Call us again sometime. All right.
I believe
Okay.
I've heard L.A. Tom a few
Yeah,
times.
I've heard him.
So,
Yeah.
I can't remember what programs he calls on. Is it Dom's show? I think it is.
A lot of the network shows.
Yeah.
He lives out in L.A., so
Yeah.
former
L.A.
Wisconsinite.
Tom.
Yeah.
Well,
All
yeah,
right.
I know he's going. I know Trevor's going to work and all that,
Mhm.
but I really wanted to play a cut from Cory Booker's speech.
Yeah.
Because he read a response that he got from a Wisconsin couple.
Yeah,
and
he
it
was getting all kinds of messages.
Incredibly heartwarming,
Yeah.
incredible story.
Well,
And should
wanna
we play it
now?
Should we play it now? We'll play it next hour as well. Well, let's play this. It is cut 32. Let's
Okay.
hear it.
My name is Kayana Spooner, and I live in Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. I'm 63 years old. My husband, Joe, and I have 5 children and 3 grandchildren and live a wonderful life as our family is growing. God bless you and your family. We owned businesses and worked to contribute Social Security for ourselves and our employees. We did all the things we could do to secure our future and contribute to the larger community of those in need. We felt that we were living the American dream until one day in 2012, I know this personally with my dad. I feel for you, Ms. Spooner. So one day in 2012, I was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. Parkinson's is a degenerate Parkinson's disease is a degenerative brain disease that progresses over time. Sorry, I'm thinking about my dad. It is unrelenting and affects motor and nerve processes. Loss of benefits will have a direct and daily effect on me and my family as we navigate the medical needs we will be facing. I will need progressive and comprehensive care as I age. I will need medication every single day of my life. And I will need the security of a generous society to care for me. Millions of others join me there. Please, Senator Booker, please protect my Social Security. I just thank God that my mom had the resources to take care of my dad. And I watched that degenerative disease take from his life for 20 years and how much it cost, the thousands of dollars it cost my mom to take care of him. I know my friend Andy Kim, who's in the Senate right now, is facing health challenges with his father. I know so many people personally whose parents have Alzheimer's. I know so many Americans who are not powerful, they're not rich. I know so many Americans who live in fear every day that one little thing will happen to them that will destabilize their financial well-being. And now those millions of Americans, because of a president and a man named Musk, are driving fear into them.
Yeah, it's amazing, amazingly and powerful
Really
speech there that I think we can all identify with. As you know, we on this program have pushed universal health care in this country. We wouldn't have to deal with any of this.
Right.
All of these problems that he mentions, everyone in this country goes through something like this. And it is incredibly cruel to allow this to happen to Americans in this country and not provide health care. We provide health care for the people we elect who represent us, but they can't provide health care for us. It's outrageous, and it shouldn't be happening. And that speech should be played over and over and over again when we make this argument for universal health care.
Yeah, I watched bits of
Cory
Booker's speech last night, the last hour, pretty much, and we're going to play a little bit of the very end of it in a little while, or maybe we can get to it soon. We got a text from Matt in Middleton. Says, "Way to go, Senator Booker. He spoke a lot about what we average people are worried about and called on the country to look in the mirror and be honest about MAGA."
Yeah.
That was a lot of the thrust of what Cory Booker was talking about for 25 hours. It's not about who's on the left and who's on the right anymore. It's about right and wrong. And he was calling out senators on the floor and talking to his Republican colleagues, where he said, we've worked together on these programs like AID. We've worked together on these programs that Trump and Elon Musk are taking apart and ripping apart. And it was an amazing speech. Amazing 25 hours. But
I agree with you
Yeah.
on that. You know, you could pick any part of that speech.
Can we play
and he's
the-
talking to America. In each one of those segments, it's really valid information. It's not just rambling on and reading Dr. Seuss books.
Well, right. Let's play the end of that speech. It's just a couple of minutes.
Okay, let's do that.
Go ahead, Sam. Let's get to that.
Cause some good trouble.
This is how he wrapped
Necessary
everything up.
trouble to redeem the soul of our nation. I want you to redeem the dream. Let's be bold in America, not demean and degrade Americans, not divide us against each other. Let's be bolder in America with a vision that inspires, with hope that starts with the people of the United States of America. That's how this country started. We, the people. Let's get back to the ideals that others are threatening. Let's get back to our founding documents, that those imperfect geniuses had some very special words at the end of the Declaration of Independence. It was one of the greatest in all of humanity declarations of interdependence. When our founders said we must mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. We need that now from all Americans. This is a moral moment. It's not left or right, it's right or wrong. Let's get in good trouble. My friend, Madam President, I yield the floor.
Great stuff. Great stuff.
Yeah, it's Senator Cory Booker.
Yeah.
25 hours and 4 minutes on the Senate floor.
I well up when I hear all
I
of
know.
this. You
It's very emotional. Yeah.
Let's get in good trouble.
Yeah. That's, from John Lewis, and he was friends with him.
Well, a lot of these topics he brought up are all issues that we're all trying to deal with out here in the country. Just normal, everyday working class citizens are dealing with these kinds of issues, and he brought them all up in this day-long speech. Just an amazing effort by Cory Booker, who I normally think is pretty moderate. But boy, he really just laid it out there for everybody to listen to. And the problem here is that we're doing what we're doing right now with Elon and Trump. We're doing this all for tax cuts for the wealthy. I mean, we have to keep the big picture here is that they're doing all of these cuts. They're getting rid of tens of thousands of people who have worked hard for the federal government, who have mortgages, they've got kids in school and college, they've got bills to pay. They were doing a great job making the government work smoothly. And he's gotten rid of all of these people. They're not spending money on the American public. They're giving money to the tax the wealthy, who pay all these taxes, and it's their money, it's not ours, all that crap. So just remember, that's why we're going through these convulsions in this country.
Yeah.
That's why. So it's just outrageous.
Let's see if we can sneak in a phone call
Yes,
here.
Mark.
Has been holding on for a while.
I'm sorry, Mark.
Mark, go ahead with your comments. Good morning.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, it's interesting. He's calling it Liberation Day, and like so many other things, I can't help but think of the movie A Princess Bride that Vincenzi kept using. He kept misusing the word inconceivable, and that he said you keep using that word. I don't think you know what that word means. I think there's so many words that Donald Trump does not know what they mean, and he keeps using them and spewing them out at us.
Yeah.
And calling this Liberation Day, well, the only thing he's liberating us is liberating us from our money.
Yeah.
Because it's all gonna get paid out for, going for tax cuts for the rich. I mean, it is, these tariffs are, that they continue to defend these tariffs, and I mean that Caroline Levitt kept saying, "Oh, that's a tax on foreign countries." We are going to be paying that.
Yep. No one's buying that, right? No one's buying it.
Mark, thank you for that call. It is 6:49. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about Susan Crawford's big win in
and the tariffs.
The Justice Department here of Wisconsin, the state Supreme Court. Coming right back on John and Gordy in the morning.
WMDX 92.7. John and Gordy in the morning. Rainy day, but boy,
yeah,
what a wonderful day it is.
6:51, 36 degrees, highs close to 60 this afternoon. Showers and maybe some strong thunderstorms. So keep an eye to the sky and an ear right here.
10-point win for Susan Crawford.
Right.
Just a great day.
Yep.
And we showed up and we proved that Wisconsin can do the right thing because the entire nation was on us. I mean, it was the focus of every broadcast last night.
Big win for Susan Crawford and a big loss for Elon Musk and Trump.
Right.
You know?
Right.
They put all that money into it and showing up with a cheese head on, dancing around, giving away $1 million checks. Yeah, all for naught.
Wisconsin would not be bought.
Yeah.
And this is a beautiful example of that. I'm so proud of Wisconsin. I'm really proud of the students who turned out. I mean, in the news coverage, they showed huge lines of students trying to vote. That was just so fantastic. You know, Gen Z is getting out there. They're doing their thing. They're really trying to make a difference. They're very driven. There's no in between for any of them. I do have a story I wanted to play for Gen Z, essentially here. I know I have it someplace. But anyway, I do want to at least play the crowd.
Yes.
At last night for Susan Crawford.
Right.
Could we just play that? This is cut 33. Let's hear that. All right. She's walking through the crowd, and I clipped together a few portions of her speech. So why don't we hear cut 34? All right. Susan Crawford.
Someone who watches out for people. But I've got to tell you, as a little girl growing up in Chippewa Falls, I never could have imagined that I'd be taking on the richest man in the world.
Love it. Yeah, that's great.
For justice in Wisconsin. And we won.
Yeah,
So today, Wisconsinites fended off an unprecedented attack on our democracy. That's right. Our fair elections and our Supreme Court. And Wisconsins stood up and said loudly that justice does not have a price. Our courts are not for sale.
And it's just great.
Yes, it is.
You know, I went to bed knowing the results. And that's one of the great things.
They called it pretty early, 9:30.
That's right, yeah.
Right around
Susan Crawford, big winner for the Supreme Court and the liberal majority on that court as well. And we have Joe on the line. Let's go to the phones right now. Thanks, Joe, for calling.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Our euphoria is well deserved. It was a decisive win, and to have it happen so early in the evening was just even better.
Yes.
It wasn't a 2 a.m. sort of thing. It said right from the get-go. It made a statement, and I think you guys are right when you focus on the fact of Susan from Chippewa Falls with the people of Wisconsin took on the world's richest man and beat him big time. Yeah. And I think that framing is something that we need to keep saying. It was a woman from Wisconsin, not from wealth, and the people of Wisconsin made this decisive victory happen. And it is a statement, and it is so needed at this time, combined with the clips that you were sharing with us from Cory Booker's speech. It was a shot in the arm, I think, that all of us needed, and it's going to be very important for our state, but also for our hearts and our souls, for people all over the country, I think, to say, okay, this swing state said, you can't buy it. You can't buy it.
Yep.
Bye-bye now. Go away now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, guys. It's really a time for celebrating.
It
I mean,
really
we all
is.
got to get back to work, but it is a time for celebrating. And thanks to everybody who worked so hard to make this happen.
Yeah.
Thanks,
All
guys.
right. Well,
All right.
thank you, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
We appreciate that call.
Yeah, this is a great moment in
Mhm.
Wisconsin. It really is. Having Brad Schimmel in the Supreme Court would have been just absolutely devastating to this state. So many important issues coming before the Supreme Court, and now at least we have a chance from justices that are going to look at the cases, the facts, and then make a decision. It isn't predetermined. It isn't an ideological situation. I know that a lot of MAGAs think that the liberals are there to go down the list of all of everything they've ever wanted and then pass it in front at the Supreme Court level. But it's not like that at all. So, they can make these things up. They can create myths around them, but it's not true. Absolutely not true. And Susan Crawford, 10-point winner last night.
And we'll have more on her win, and also taking more of your calls here. This portion of John and Gordy in the Morning is brought to you by Verlo Mattress of Madison. The Verlo Mismatch Sale is back, biggest sale of the year. Mismatch on the outside, same Verlo long-lasting craftsmanship on the inside. Hurry in now, save an additional 10% off of every single mattress and box spring. Wake up and sleep better. Verlo Mattress of Madison, 2 locations, east side and west side, or just go online, verlo.com. And of course, coming up after the news, we will let you know what our next keyword is in the Break Into Spring Text to Win statewide contest. Up for grabs, well, either a Chula Vista getaway, Brewers club level tickets, or $100 cash, plus entering into the grand prize of a Verlo queen size mattress. We'll get to all that coming up on John and Gordy in the Morning right here, WMDX.
As we were saying, let the sun shine. It's the John and Gordy Show.
7:06.
Yeah, we get the Macho Man in there?
Rain showers.
Oh, no, that's all right.
Rain showers this morning. Some pretty heavy thunderstorms, likely at times today. Highs close to 60. And
I just want to mention real quick here that Susan Crawford won.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there they are.
She won.
She won.
Yes.
10 points.
State Supreme Court. Yeah, it wasn't even close.
Man. Oh.
Yeah.
And we'll have her. We'll have a bit of her speech coming up, and we'll also get to the Cory Booker response from Wisconsin that he read during his. It's
quite a moment.
Discussions, 24-hour speaking engagement.
Actually, 25 hours.
Senator.
Yeah. 7 minutes past the hour. Time for us to get into our Break of the Spring text to win statewide contest. This is your chance to win. Well, this hour, Milwaukee Brewer club level tickets. And every entry that you put into our contest goes into the grand prize drawing, which will happen on Friday later in the day. And we will announce that winner late Friday afternoon or early Monday. So the grand prize is a brand new queen-size mattress set from Verlo Mattress of Madison. But again, this hour, the prize is Milwaukee Brewers club level tickets. Keyword for this hour, which you need to text in. The keyword is bright, okay? B-R-I-G-H-T, bright. That is the keyword. Text that to us. Just download the Civic Media app. You can do that. Find WMDX and use the text button at the bottom of that page. You can send us that keyword bright. And you got to do that before 8 a.m. this morning. There'll be other hours in the day. A little bit later on, 11 a.m., also 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. But the keyword this hour is bright. B as in boy, R-I-G-H-T. Okay?
All right. Sounds excellent.
All right.
Get involved. Just as everybody got involved in the state of Wisconsin and voted in a new Supreme Court Justice, Susan Crawford.
Yes.
Big
amazing.
winner, 10-point
what a night.
Win over Brad Schimmel, one of the dumbest people ever to run for office.
Well, they called that race pretty early. It didn't take long.
No, it really didn't take long.
Like 9:15, 9:30, the results were apparent, and they called that.
That was really a fantastic win. Let's play a little part of Susan Crawford's speech last night in front of the crowd. Let's listen.
Someone who watches out for people. But I've got to tell you, as a little girl growing up in Chippewa Falls, I never could have imagined that I'd be taking on the richest man in the world.
I like the way she said man. A little emphasis there.
For justice in Wisconsin. And we won. So today, Wisconsinites fended off an unprecedented attack on our democracy. That's right. Our fair elections and our Supreme Court. And Wisconsins stood up and said loudly that justice does not have a price. Our courts are not for sale.
You know, Wisconsin proved that we could do it in front of the entire nation as they were watching us. Oh, we're so proud of the state. Seriously, very, very proud of it. And I'm proud of all the students who showed up on campus and voted. That was just a great time. And I have to also hat tip to the 31-year-old man from Stevens Point who, I guess, stole a Cybertruck and drove up on the library mall on election day.
At the campus
This happened last night at the UW campus. I saw a video of it.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Somebody stole a Cybertruck?
Yeah, apparently.
And drove onto the library mall. What was the deal there?
Just south of the fountain.
The video that I saw, the guy could be heard yelling, "Get out the vote, free weed."
Really?
Two messages I can get behind.
There was a post on X from Representative Francesca Hogg.
Oh, no. Really?
Said the man threw drug paraphernalia onto the ground and was yelling, "Free weed." I think that tipped the scales right there.
You think so?
That's at 10%.
Did they catch up to the guy? They arrested him.
By the way,
the video I saw was of police arresting him. The lights flashing on Library Mall. A Cybertruck parked right next to the fountain there.
Yeah, that was the best use of a Cybertruck yet.
Exactly.
Okay.
I do like that a lot. I mentioned, the students, a big hat tip to them. I mentioned also that I had a clip here of a Gen Zer talking about, being active and getting out there and voting and making a difference. And this is cut 24, and this is Gen Z Liz and her message to everybody else. Let's listen.
This is a message to the Democratic members of the United States Congress on behalf of a young and concerned left-leaning American. You are doing nothing to stop a hostile fascist government takeover. When we look back at history, we often ask, where were the lawyers? Where were the judges? Where were the politicians to stop this? And I thought we would learn from our mistakes as people. We would be able to look back and we would be able to say, hey, they weren't there when we needed them, but that won't happen again. Well, here we are, and you're nowhere. You are doing the most basic, surface level, performative forms of protest. You show up with your signs and your pink clothes and expect a pat on the back for doing nothing to stop him. Trump does not care if you wear pink. He does not care if you hold up signs of disapproval. What will affect him is somebody screaming at him, not allowing him to talk, not allowing him to continue what he's doing. But you are too concerned about decorum and about playing by the rule book. I hope to be one of you someday. It is my dream job to be a congresswoman. But I am ashamed to admit that right now, because I would not be proud working alongside most of you. It is infuriating to watch you play by a rule book that was thrown out by Donald Trump so many years ago. Stop playing by rules that do not exist. It is time to fight. It is time to fight with grit. It is time to get some dirt under your nails and do something. Because I swear, if my future is taken away by your inaction because you were more concerned with money and donations and getting reelected than actually helping the American people, I will never forgive you.
There you go.
Who is this again?
It's a great message. Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just one of those web wisdoms, somebody out there trying to get everybody jazzed up and active and do something different. Stop talking about it.
Right.
Start yelling about it.
And Cory Booker did something different, taking to the floor of the Senate for 25 hours, setting a new record. We're going to get to more of that in a minute. We've got a couple of phone calls waiting.
We'll get to Cory Booker reading a response from a Wisconsin couple. In just a moment. We played it earlier last hour, but you got to hear it again.
Yeah, it's really good. Let's go to Dick, who is on the line, 608-879-8255. Dick, go ahead with your comment or question. Good morning.
Well, I just have two words to describe last night.
Yeah.
Game on. Between what Cory Booker did nationally and what happened here. And, I just love the only thing that might have been better, though, you remember how Granny Clampett talked about where's that extra possum coming from? It's the possum queen. But honest to goodness, it made you feel good to be a Wisconsinite again.
Yeah, it really did.
This is the best. I mean, I've been in an awful funk since November. And that was truly amazing.
And
I think we all have.
Yeah, this really raises our spirits, I believe, in this state. All right. Thanks a lot, Dick. And let's go to Todd or Billy. Welcome to the program, Todd or Billy.
Yep. Been a while. What do you got?
Hey, John and Gordy. Hey, as sick as that young activist is of what she calls inaction in Congress, I'm sick of people, frankly, like her and more prominent pundits like Robert Reich chanting that refrain of, where are the Democrats? Do something. Well, tell us what you want us to do. Tell us what you want them to do. I didn't hear that in her. And when I read Robert Reich, he says Democrats are doing nothing. They should be doing stuff like AOC and Robert Reich are doing and Chris Murphy. Well, that's not nothing. Those people are doing something. Let's lead with, look at what these people are doing that is consequential. And honestly, if you don't think that people are doing enough and you're Robert Reich or someone else prominent with deep pockets, you do something. Get yourself arrested. Do some civil disobedience. If you think a bigger gesture needs to be made, you're in a position to do it. Do it. Quit, dragging our team down by focusing on the Chuck Schumers and instead focus on the Chris Murphys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what the Gen Z woman was talking about. She's talking about in general, we're not really getting out there. We're saying stuff. And there are a few people that you can give as an example, as you did, who are really out there doing what we should be doing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think she's talking about everybody else. There's just not enough of us doing this.
Right. I think Mike McCabe, when he comes in just a little bit here, he might have something to add about that. The past couple of weeks he's been talking about, rather than just complaining about how Republicans are breaking everything in government, we got to put forth something better and something that we can build from where we're sitting right now.
Yep. Mike will be here in about 15 minutes.
And Gen Z, they're not compromisers. I get, I played her comment because it's what I get at home all the time. I have two of them, a 22-year-old and a 26-year-old, who are constantly on me. I'm trying to say, well, we have to do this because of this, and they say, no. We're going to do this. And that's what I heard in her voice, and that's why I played it. We're going to play Cory Booker right after the break.
Yep. And coming up, we'll also be checking in just a moment or two with our chief meteorologist, WMDX weather person, Brittany Merlot. Some heavy weather possible today. We'll get to that next on John and Gordy in the Morning.
It's not that hard.
It's really not.
The fixture is usually already there. This is not wires hanging out of a wall.
Just turn off the circuit breaker.
Yeah.
And you can do it.
He's throwing a wire.
What are you talking about?
It's a bionic spotlight.
Yeah.
Bionic.
And it's so ridiculous. I mean, the guy, they show the guy, frustrated guy trying to put a light in and, hardwire it in. And there's just wires sitting out of a wall. And it's like, no, there's usually a fixture there, too. They just put wires hanging out of walls. It's just so stupid. They didn't really have to do that, the bionic spotlight.
Bell and Howell.
Yeah.
They really took a dive from where they used to be.
Yeah.
Bell and Howell used to be a well-respected photographic camera company.
Right.
It was.
Yeah, it was really good. And then it went down, and then somebody bought the rights to the name, apparently, to make cheap-ass crap like this.
Hi, Brittany.
Good morning.
Brittany Merlot.
Yeah.
Got some pretty heavy rain working through our area right now.
Yeah, this is something else. We had lightning and everything this morning. Running out to the car, trying not to get hit by lightning. You know how that is, right? Although I know you'd like to take chances and risks.
Yeah, I'm out there in it always.
Yeah, I know. Lightning is something you really can't mess with.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Not like jumping from an airplane or
10 seconds.
Okay.
Bungee diving.
Let me throw in the keyword here.
WMDX 92.7. John and Gordy in the morning.
It's 21 minutes past the hour. Some pretty heavy rain moving through. We'll talk to Brittany Merlot here in just a moment after I remind you that the key word this hour in our Break into Spring text to win statewide contest, a pair of Brewer tickets up for grabs. The key word is bright. Bright. B-R-I-G-H-T.
All right.
You have until 8 a.m. to text that in to possibly win the Brewer tickets, and all the entries get into the statewide, the grand prize winning prize. What? The Merlot mattress. Verlo mattress. Good God, somebody slap me and get my mouth working. It's a Verlo mattress set, a queen-size mattress. I thought you were going to reach over and slap me upside the head there for a moment.
Help you out a little bit.
Yes. Okay, the Verlo mattress is the grand prize. Oh, let's get to Brittany Merlot and get a word on what's going on weather-wise. We got a heavy rain moving through Madison. Brittany, take it away.
Yeah, fill us in.
What's going on?
Well, first things first, you're lucky that you're getting rain because I woke up this morning with 3 inches of snow. I've got freezing rain here right now. So I would trade you for those claps of thunder right now.
Freezing rain at Wausau?
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Yes. Winter will not go away up here.
No.
But,
It's hell up there, man.
it's frozen
All right.
over.
Yeah.
It seriously has. But yeah, you guys got some heavy rain, some thunderstorms moving through. None of them are severe at the moment. And it looks like it's going to be continuing till about noon. Then you'll get a little break and kind of like the key word, bright. If you get bright this afternoon after those storms roll through, you have a chance for some strong to severe storms possibly firing up again, maybe around 4 or 5 or so. So keep that in mind because we've got this warm air moving in. Highs today will hit 60, maybe the low 60s. And of course, with that sunshine and some instability as another cold front moves through, we could see some of those storms spark up and become strong. Now, those could have high winds and hail. These this morning could still have some hail, but much smaller in size. So kind of a rough, wet, nasty day and windy too. Ew, gusts are up to about 40 miles per hour today.
Whoa. Okay.
Well, I consider ourselves lucky not having the weather you have up there. That's a nightmare. Yeah.
I know, it really is. Oh. At least you're getting the salt washed off the streets, a car wash for free. There's there's positives with storms.
There is.
It's
There
always
is a positive.
a silver lining somewhere. Yeah. And then once we get through with all this today and tonight, what can we expect tomorrow and beyond?
Yeah.
Much calmer. So much better. Partly sunny skies by Thursday. That stays the case for most of the weekend. Highs will be in those low to mid 50s. All weekend long, the only other chance for precipitation we have is Friday night into Saturday morning. We could see some light rain, but that's about it. A gorgeous weekend.
All right, and that's
Very good.
because Susan Crawford won. We're really happy about that. It's made a complete difference in my outlook now.
You're looking at the world with rose-tinted
I
glasses
am.
now.
Yes.
Okay.
And Jill Underlin won too.
Yes.
All right.
Brittany, thank you so much. We appreciate
Thanks,
that. And hunker down up there.
Yeah.
Look out for the
Yeah.
boy, that
Be
snow.
be
and
very
freezing
careful
rain.
on that
My
ice,
gosh.
all right?
All right. Thanks,
Will do.
Brittany.
Thanks.
All right.
It's our WMDX meteorologist, Brittany Merlot. Okay.
And as I promised, we're going to play Cory Booker.
Yes.
Got a
Let's get to
response during his speech last night, and he read a response from Wisconsin.
Yeah, he was getting a lot of messages.
I think it was an email.
Yeah.
But let's listen to that story one more time. And we're talking about universal health care in this country. We should have it, and this is a good reason why. Let's listen.
My name is Kayana Spooner, and I live in Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. I'm 63 years old. My husband, Joe, and I have 5 children and 3 grandchildren and live a wonderful life as our family is growing. God bless you and your family. We own businesses and work to contribute Social Security for ourselves and our employees. We did all the things we could do to secure our future and contribute to the larger community of those in need. We felt that we were living the American dream until one day in 2012, I know this personally with my dad. I feel for you, Ms. Spooner. So one day in 2012, I was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. Parkinson's is a degenerate Parkinson's disease is a degenerative brain disease that progresses over time. Sorry, I'm thinking about my dad. It is unrelenting and affects motor and nerve processes. Loss of benefits will have a direct and daily effect on me and my family as we navigate the medical needs we will be facing. I will need progressive and comprehensive care as I age. I will need medication every single day of my life. And I will need the security of a generous society to care for me. Millions of others join me there. Please, Senator Booker, please protect my Social Security. I just thank God that my mom had the resources to take care of my dad. And I watched that degenerative disease take from his life for 20 years and how much it cost, the thousands of dollars it cost my mom to take care of him. I know my friend Andy Kim, who's in the Senate right now, is facing health challenges with his father. I know so many people personally whose parents have Alzheimer's. I know so many Americans who are not powerful, they're not rich. I know so many Americans who live in fear every day that one little thing will happen to them that will destabilize their financial well-being. And now those millions of Americans, because of a president and a man named Musk, are driving fear into them.
All right.
It's Cory Booker,
wow,
who took to the Senate floor and was there for 25 hours,
Again,
standing up the whole time.
Yeah, yeah.
Not allowed a bathroom break during that time either.
Hard to imagine.
I know.
I have one of those trucker bottles underneath the podium.
I don't know.
A stadium buddy?
Not sure.
Yeah, stadium.
Don't know how that works.
Stadium buddy.
Yes. That was an amazing speech, and I mean,
it
was
was
really
an amazing day yesterday.
Yes.
You know, Susan Crawford winning like this, Joe Underley winning against somebody who believes in private schools, and we have a reaction here from Watertown.
Yeah.
Ann Roush Gifford wrote
as much as I'm ecstatic about Crawford's victory last night, Watertown lost 3 school board seats to MAGA M4L candidates. They also lost the operational school referendum. Not good news in Watertown.
No,
schools,
that's bad news.
That's sorry to hear about that.
And Tyler in Columbia County says we are raining on Trump's parade.
Yep. When we come back, Mike McCabe will join us and talk about yesterday and what happened last night. Right here on John and Gordy in the Morning.
Getting good grades, the future's so bright. I gotta wear
This portion of the show is being brought to you by Noses. Yes, when wanting to stick something in other people's business, more people use their noses than any other part of their face. Noses, available wherever olfactory body parts are sold.
Noses. Okay.
Yeah.
7:34, rain showers.
I got quite a nose.
Well, you got a nose for news.
Yes, I do.
There must be a lot of it because it's covering a lot.
I know.
Heavy rain this morning, maybe some pretty strong thunderstorms along the way. And it is 7:35 now, and we'll get to Mike McCabe. He's in the studio here. We'll talk to him in just a moment. We want to update you on a Break Into Spring text to win statewide contest. This is your chance this hour. If you text us the word bright, you could win a pair of Milwaukee Brewers club level tickets. Plus, every entry puts you into our grand prize drawing of a brand new queen size mattress set from Verlo Mattress of Madison. It includes the mattress, the sheets, some pillows, and more. Again, the key word this hour is bright. BRIGHT, bright. Just download the Civic Media app. Find WMDX on that app. You can use the text button at the bottom and send us that keyword bright for your chance to win in the statewide contest. And again, good luck to you. Again, this hour, Milwaukee Brewer tickets. But again, you have to get that entry in before 8 a.m. And there'll be other chances to win later in the day. You can check out our keywords at 11 a.m., 1 p.m., and 4 p.m. during those hours. Okay. Mike McCabe is with us. Good morning, Mike. How are you?
I'm good.
Good to have you with us on this rainy Wednesday.
Feeling good about what happened last night.
Yeah. Surprised.
Family's happy.
Surprised, relieved.
Yeah.
I know my wife was sitting there just collapsed, thinking, oh man, money did it again, and all of a sudden it just started looking good.
Yeah. I don't have any idea what it feels like to flush $25 or $30 million down the toilet.
No.
But that's what Elon Musk just did.
Yes.
And it couldn't happen to a more miserable excuse for a human being.
Oh, I agree. The U-Lines too.
Mm-hmm.
Hat tip to them for losing money.
Yeah, just throw it down the toilet. Yeah.
Well, as I was watching all the ads, I thought, I don't know that all those millions really move anybody in races like this or in conditions like this where people are so polarized. But amazing outcome. So, like I said, surprised and relieved.
Yeah. Well, we're all relieved. Now we don't have to see those ads anymore.
Exactly.
We played a Daily Show clip where they were talking about all of the ads, and they ran them back to back very quickly.
Yeah.
And they were all about child predators.
Right.
And they said, put a wall around Wisconsin. They've got a predator problem up there,
Yeah.
But,
it was dismal.
It was awful.
You couldn't wait to get them out of our living rooms.
That's right. But, it was almost like we had to pinch ourselves last night. I mean, they did call it early, thank goodness.
Yeah.
But it was one of those situations where like, this is working out. People are showing up and proving that Wisconsin can do the right thing in front of the entire nation. I mean, that was the pressure that I was feeling. I mean, everybody was watching us, every network focused on Wisconsin. We were the bellwether. This is what's going to happen in the elections to come, and I'm just thinking, wow. Okay.
And there's always too much emphasis put on, this special election in Florida or that Supreme Court election in Wisconsin. There's, it's always blown out of proportion, but that doesn't mean that these races aren't important.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that when you have, the world's richest man come into a state and slap a cheese head on his head and try to buy an election with $25 or $30 million that the way the voters responded, that's still significant. You can't predict the future by what just happened last night, but that doesn't mean the last night wasn't important.
Yeah. Well, Racine and Kenosha came out strongly for the Democrats. So that really worked out for me. I hope for once, things can look positive in this state. The Republicans seem to really know how to bring us down, desperately bring us down. Of course, the voter ID law became a constitutional amendment also yesterday, unfortunately, but we're all kind of settled in with that. We're all used to that by now, and we've worked out the kinks. We allow people now to get a voter ID if they want one without maybe faking that they have to pay for it or moving a DMV to a location where no one has bus service. We have worked all those kinks out. People can get the identification. So it's not a big deal, but we have to kind of look over our shoulders when it comes to maybe a birth certificate being required. I know the legislature's looking at that. It's not going to pass because of Governor Evers. But without Governor Evers there, we're in real trouble.
Yeah, and there's going to be an effort at the national level to try to force this on all the states.
Yeah.
So that proof of citizenship is going to be a big fight to come. And there's a whole lot of people out there who are natural born citizens of the United States but don't have passports or can't find an original copy of their birth certificate
or got married
and changed their last name, and they could be in a difficult spot when they show up to vote sometime and are told, hey, you can't.
And we can't forget about the students as well.
Right.
At college, they didn't bring their birth certificates with them.
Yeah.
And their parents probably lost them someplace.
Hell, where I grew up,
the paperwork.
Where I grew up, almost nobody has a passport.
Yeah.
Right.
Because a long trip for our family was Dubuque or Mankato. That was about as far as we traveled.
Dubuque's lovely this time of year.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with Dubuque.
I'm not saying it's right along the Mississippi. It's great. It was
Pretty
great
nice.
going there, but that's as far as we could go and still get back to milk the cows.
That's it. Talking with Mike McCabe, and you're welcome to join the conversation. You can call us 608-879-8255. So a lot of the pundits, Mike, are saying that this was, the vote last night here in Wisconsin was a slap down to Elon Musk and big money, Trump and Musk. This was a loss for them. And it actually maybe a lot of Republicans were kind of, a lot of maybe moderate Republicans were hoping for that. Like Elon Musk, he's not doing us any favors here. So they were happy with this result. Your thoughts about that?
Yeah, the moderate Republicans have been driven to the point of extinction, but they're still out there. They've been excommunicated from the party.
Yeah.
But yeah, they don't like what's going on with Musk and Trump, and and every day there's something more. And now it's Kennedy, just laying off huge numbers of people from the health and
CDC,
Health and Human Services,
Services Department. There were people who found out that they were fired because they show up at work and their security badge wouldn't open the door.
Wow.
And that's how they found out that their job was eliminated. And, so there's just a cruelty. It's not only chaotic, and it's not only just, taking a hatchet to things rather than a scalpel, but there's also a cruelty and just a thoughtlessness about it that is sickening. These workers haven't done anything wrong. They've got good job performance reviews. They've done their work and they've done it well, and their supervisors are pleased. And then they find out that they don't have a job because their security badge has been deactivated.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the way you're told. That's just sick and twisted and evil.
And because there's a category of work that I can't remember the name of the federal workers who are.
Well, they're probationary employees.
Probationary, that's it.
Yeah. So they have to go through a probationary period before they have. So yes, they can be fired. But there's still a way to treat human beings, and there's a way not to treat human beings, and the way this is being done is not the way to treat human beings. And they've done good work, and these people, this whole idea that they're still in probationary status because they're relatively new employees doesn't mean they're not doing critical work, and it doesn't mean that they're not doing that work well. It just means that that this ruling regime has decided that they're going to go. and they're not making decisions strategically here. They're just sort of taking a hatchet to things and just wanting to break these agencies. And I heard some remarks from voters that were being interviewed by various media outlets last night about the Supreme Court election. Some of them had voted for Trump.
Yeah.
But one of the things they said is, I got a problem with Elon Musk bringing all his money in here.
Right.
And one of the quotes was, I got no problem with downsizing the government, but it should be done with a scalpel, not an axe.
Right.
Yes.
And it was interesting. That very thought was coming out of the mouth of somebody who was a self-professed Trump voter.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Mike, about, did you see any of Cory Booker's speech?
Well, I obviously didn't watch him for 25 hours.
Right.
But I saw clips of it, and I was aware of what he was doing, and my immediate thought was, I would need a few bathroom breaks in there.
Oh, I know.
And I'm not sure I could stay on my feet for 25 hours, but it was an amazing show.
Well, he's a younger man.
Yes.
As we get older, we really
He's
Yeah.
55.
have a difficult time doing
Yeah.
25 hours.
Apparently, we had a listener comment that apparently he was starting to cramp up toward the end.
I would imagine
being on your feet for that long.
Yeah.
That was Catherine.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And
So
then
he stopped eating, drinking. He was cramping toward the end.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Some of the news anchors, he went out.
I would have been more than cramping.
He went out
Right.
and appeared on the networks right after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the anchors are saying, you really have to go out there and drink something and eat.
Right.
Right.
At least he could sit down after it was all over on some of those.
But
interviews.
the employees on probation, they could only be fired if they did a bad job, if their performance did not live up to their expectations. And that was the excuse. That's what they were getting. And it's not a great job referral at all.
Yep.
So,
But it also doesn't square with their with
their
the
actual
job
performance.
evaluations.
Yes,
You
it
know,
doesn't.
Their supervisors have evaluated their performance and said you're doing good work.
Right.
There's so
Right.
many workers who've been able to show that.
But technically, they
But-
have to
but-
say their performance was
Right.
not very well or
Right.
not done well. So
Right.
yeah, that's an amazing thing. But anyway, we're all pretty happy here that Susan Crawford won the election, and we now have or maintained at least a liberal majority on the court. I hate saying that because I don't know. We've always talked about the conservatives have made this thing, where they read the Constitution literally, and they really don't. And we found that out with the 6 justices in the federal Supreme Court. Now, they're the activist judges, and they've been ripping into the liberal judges as being activist, and it's almost like they couldn't stand the 2 years the court has been liberal. We got to change it. It's been 2 years of hell. It hasn't been 2 years of hell. It's almost like they expect people to assume that conservatives know how to handle the law better than liberal justices know how to handle the law. And it's a myth that they have created, and people have actually bought into that somehow.
Well, it's sad how the Supreme Court has been politicized, and it's clear that there are people, very powerful people, who don't want decisions based on the law or based on common sense, but they want to know that they're going to get court decisions that favor them. And that's all they care about. They want justice tilted in their favor, and they have thrown a lot of money at elections to try to make sure that they get a court that is tilted in their favor. And it does drive them crazy when voters don't go along and cooperate, and they don't get a court that can be depended on to rule in their favor on cases. Because what citizens should want are judges who are willing to look at the facts and look at the law and make a judgment based on the facts and the law.
Yeah.
But that's not what these powerful people want.
Kind of makes it thrilling.
We will continue with Mike McCabe in just a moment. This portion of John and Gordy in the Morning brought to you by Verlo. The Verlo mismatch sale is back. Biggest sale of the year. Mismatch on the outside, long-lasting craftsmanship on the inside. 10% off of every mattress and box spring. Wake Up, Sleep Better, Verlo Mattress of Madison. Back with more with Mike McCabe on John and Gordy in just a moment.
I feel good.
WMDX 92.7, John and Gordy in the morning, rainy morning, but a great day because we are now feeling better about Wisconsin voters.
Yes, we are. 7:51, heavy rain moving through, some storms likely today. Highs around 60. Right now it's 37. And the Break into Spring Text to Win statewide contest. You have a few more minutes to get into this hour's prize, which is Milwaukee Brewers club level tickets to some lucky person out there. The key word this hour is bright. You have until 8 a.m. to get that in. Bright. You can text us on the Civic Media app. And everybody that gets in also gets a chance to win that grand prize, the brand new queen-size mattress set from Verlo Mattress that includes mattress, sheets, pillows, and more. Again, the word is bright. There'll be other chances later in the day at 11 a.m., 1 p.m., and 4 p.m. during those hours with those different key words.
Our special guest, Mike McCabe from Substack and author. Earlier, I played a clip from a Gen Zer, a 20-something, who is frustrated with the Democrats not doing enough. And then we got a call from Todd or Billy, and
he can't make up his mind.
We'll try to work that out with him eventually. But yeah, he was kind of angry about that because there were Democrats out there who are doing the right thing. They are saying the right things. They're very, very tough on what's going on out there. And I've always said that if we just say what we want to say, but shout it and sound angry about it, I think that will make the difference. What do you say, Mike? What do you say about that?
Well, I was listening to the show on the drive-in, and I heard the remarks from Elizabeth, the young Gen Z woman, and that's frustration that I think a whole lot of people are feeling, and she expressed what a whole lot of people have on their minds, no question about it. And I did hear the caller then chime in, and you know, one of the things that got me to thinking about is what I just wrote for Substack. I just posted an article. You know, we don't have time yet in today's show to go through the key points, but I invite people to go and check out the article. They can find me on Substack, mikemccabe.substack.com, and it's the most recent article. But what I was saying is that basically, in a nutshell, is that sometimes the best defense is a good offense.
Yes.
When you're leading in a game and you're trying to hold off an opponent that's trying to score, putting up points makes it next to impossible for them to catch you, right? And sometimes the best defense is a good offense. And I get that everybody wants to try to block what the ruling regime is trying to do, and these daily assaults, and they want people to step into the breach and block this or stop it. But we can't forget to dream. We can't forget to think about what kind of society we want to build. And just one of like 3 or 4 examples that I give in the article is that, they're trying to butcher the Veterans Administration, and they're going to go after Medicaid, and people are desperate to try to keep their hands off the VA and Medicaid and Medicare. But we aren't thinking about the fact that this nation leads the world in medical bankruptcies. And you should never ever go bankrupt simply because you get sick in this country, in a country this prosperous. And so what we're not thinking about is maybe we could merge the VA and Medicaid and Medicare and bring it under one roof and get a whole bunch of administrative efficiency benefits out of that. Call it something like AmeriCare and make every single American eligible for it.
Yes.
And say, look, you're not going to go bankrupt in this nation if you get sick. That's a guarantee. That we guarantee it as a member of this society. And so we've got to keep dreaming about the world we want and the kind of country or society that we want. And that's what I mean when I say don't forget to play offense while everybody else is trying to play defense.
Right.
And I think that's something that Democrats can take to heart, and that's something positive that not only Democratic officials but Democratic voters can do in conversations with others is keep bringing the conversation back to what kind of society should we really have. Yeah. All these people are losing their jobs. I mentioned, people are finding out that they're fired because their identity badge won't work to won't open the door.
Right.
And that's an outrage, and people are trying to fight that. But then we're not thinking about the fact that you have to have 2 full-time jobs in this country to keep yourself above the poverty line. And maybe we should rethink the minimum wage and turn it into a living wage guarantee.
Yeah.
So that nobody
universal basic income
and that nobody, create a system where that an honest day's work will leave no one poor.
Right.
And that's the kind of society we should have. And we got to keep talking about those things, those aspirations that we have, because to me, that's the best defense against the madness that's being forced down our throats, is a good offense.
I have a clip. We'll get to it tomorrow, but it's from a Canadian physician, Dr. Danielle Martin. She was asked all the questions by a Republican at a hearing, and she answered all the questions definitively and broke up all the myths that Republicans have created around healthcare in this country. It is a fantastic cut, but it's exactly what we're talking about here. And I think if we got rid of the medical bankruptcies in this country, or made it so we could actually get health care, it would solve so many of the problems that we have.
The administration says they want to make Canada the 51st state.
Yeah.
Well, we've got over 300,000 medical bankruptcies in this country, and you know how many Canada has? Zero.
Yeah. Mike, we got to leave it there. Mike McCabe, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
We'll see you
talking
next
with
Wednesday.
you as always.
Yeah, always good to talk to you. And tomorrow we'll be checking in with Dr. Tim Slecker from Busted Pencils, talking about education, get all the latest on that. Stephanie Miller's coming up next. John, have a good day.
I'm going to drink heavily today because I am happy.
It's party time.
Some day drinking about to happen. Okay.
Day drinking.
Have a great day. So long.
It's the John and Gordy Show.